Amici, continuiamo Astrologaster. Allora, sono le 2 di notte. Io onestamente non avevo voglia. Che non ne avevo la minima voglia. Proprio, sapete cosa vuol dire? Zero. Perché sto gioco mi ha riempito i coglioni. Ma di brutto. Però, però non manca così tanto alla fine. Ci abbiamo abbandonato diversi personaggi, alcuni sono alla loro, cioè, insomma, stanno per lasciarci, quindi ne manca uno. Non mi aveva vinto, anche perché ho già abbandonato un gioco quest'anno, quindi...
Hear ye, hear ye! Earl of Essex,
È stato arrestato davvero bene.
kidnap, attempt shocker! Biggest treason fail since Babington plot! Hear ye!
Molto bene. Alice Black. Penultimo incontro.
Good day, Mistress Blagg. Pray tell, how did things fare with your gentleman friend, Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh?
Alas, 'tis all over betwixt me and Dean Wood. I did ask him for a small loan, and he was most insulting about it. We have not spoken since. And I think I know why his ardour for me has cooled, for I did lately learn that he has been bedding half the women in the diocese.
Ah, yes. I too did lately hear of this.
So your stars were very wrong to tell me I had nothing to fear from other women vying for Owen Wood's affections. But this day I am come about my husband. Methinks he is ill, yet he pretends he is not.
Ah, pray describe his symptoms to me.
Well, yesterday I did remark that something was amiss when Molly McDoon and I returned from the playhouse. Well, there was a special performance of Richard II at the Globe. Know you of it? Oh, 'tis the play that makes the Queen look bad.
I know of it.
When I came in the door, there was an awful racket coming from our upstairs rooms. I went to see what the matter was and found my husband tucked up abed, moaning and wailing, and with a monstrous rash all over his face. He told me some nonsense about having been stung by wasps, and that he is merely tired. But I do not believe him.
I see.
I bid you, foreman, tell me true, for I grow ill with worry. Is it grave? Blagg had better not think of dying on me afore he has paid his debts.
Ah, for as his widow, by law, you would inherit them, would you not? But mayhap there is little to worry about. Let us consult the stars and see. What ails Thomas Blagg, the Dean of Rochester?
Malinconia non credo. Dai, mi sembra sensato.
Alas, I am afeard your husband is ill with a disease known as erysipelas. He is in grave danger. Indeed, his case is advanced and beyond treatment. There is nothing to be done now, but prepare yourself for his death, Mistress Blagg. Madam? Alice? Come, Alice, I will find you a chair.
Nay, I must not tarry. I am meeting Mistress McDoon at the Bear for a quiet one. Good day, foreman.
But Alice...
Bello. Hai 1,50. Ok, questo non è mai successo. Avevo feddino. Ok, proseguiamo. Senza niente.
Hear ye, hear ye! Traitor loses head after losing mind! Earl of Essex gets the chop for treason! Hear ye!
Niente, è morto. Mary Payne, perdonatemi. E niente, è la sua terz'ultima visita.
Twist and turn your logic to your reason.
Bene.
Well met, Mistress Payne. How fare you this day?
Most well indeed, sir, for I am just come from taking my niece on an outing to Tower Hill. 'Twas to see the execution of the traitor Robert Devereux.
Ah, yes, Lord Devereux. What a tragic end to a promising career.
And such a lovely beheading they gave us. My niece and I very much enjoy the hangings at Tyburn, but a beheading is so much more elegant, is it not? Verily, 'tis a better class of execution, I find, and the royal executioner did go down on Devereux with such skill. A single stroke was all it took to give us the traitor's head.
Aye, 'tis true the royal executioner gives excellent...
But I have no time to tarry here and gossip with you, Dr. Foreman. I am come on a matter of great concern, and you are just the man to help, methinks. For your prediction that Elizabeth's reign would endure was true. Whilst the Queen does have the appearance of being naught but a painted corpse propped up on a throne using artfully placed cushions, she is, in law at least, still alive. Praised be!
Ah, indeed.
Praise the
Praise
sun.
be.
Chiedo
And
scusa.
what is this new matter that concerns you?
'Tis that England is filling up with foreigners. Indeed, 'tis been going on for so many years now that in London 'tis rare to hear anyone discoursing in the English tongue any more. The city is crawling with continentals.
Ah, then I take it you do not enjoy your visits to the City of London.
Oh, nay, I have never been to London. For as I did just say, 'tis crawling with continentals, and Lambeth will soon suffer the same fate if we do not act. Why, only the other day I spied a continental on the high street. A monstrous ogre of a man he was. And as for his face, his eyelashes were so fair he had the appearance of having none at all.
Ah, yes, the Netherlanders. 'Tis true the people of the Netherlands can be fair of hair and tall of stature.
And 'tis surely no coincidence that Lambeth has suffered an increase in crime of late. We do not feel safe, Dr. Foreman. Every night we ladies of Fore Street do shiver in our beds at the thought of these frighteningly large men.
I do not doubt it, madam. Now, let us see whether the stars might allay or confirm your fears. Should the residents of Lambeth be concerned about an influx of continentals?
Non lo so, cioè, Ah, guerra. No. Io che cazzo ne so, boh. Ma sì.
Madam, I may assure you that if there be a rise in criminality, the continentals are not to blame.
Then who is to blame?
May I suggest the youth of this day? The youth of this day are customarily blamed for social ills, and in this instance it would seem justified, at least according to the stars. As for the continentals, it appears that elements of their culture and expertise may one day serve to enrich ours. Consider, for example, the additional dining options they have brought with them to England. Indeed, do we English not tire of our dreary custards and dull mutton roasts?
Well, in truth, I am a little partial to their... What are those puffy pancake things with the crisscrosses on them?
Waffles, I believe.
Aye, I will own I am partial to those Netherlander waffles. But Pish, Dr. Foreman. You learned men and fancy folk may discourse all you like about having your dinner tables enlivened with foreign cookery. But who is it that suffers when desperate continentals go a-robbing our houses and a-troubling our women? 'Tis us ordinary folk, 'tis who. I will have my husband write to Lambeth Palace and tell the Archbishop we will have no more of these continentals in Lambeth. Blessed day, Dr. Foreman.
Vediamo punti. Eccoli qua. 5 punti. Bene.
Hear ye! Dean of Rochester Cathedral,
Morto Thomas Blagg. Vabbè, gliel'avevamo detto.
New Dean pledges to refurnish empty cathedral.
Sì.
Hear ye!
Vabbè, dai, tanto ce l'ha. Ah, c'è Anfi. Scongiuro. Non lo voglio skippare perché non sono stronzo, però basta. Ok. Quanto ci mancava di lui? Minchia tutto. Siamo a metà così. Secondo me questo spazio vuoto è dedicato a noi.
Good day, Mr. Bell, and well met. I recall you were hoping for a pay rise. How did that go?
I took your advice about not starting a beef about my pay and flirting with Mistress Burbage and that, but I'm still getting paid the same.
Bene.
It's taking long, innit?
I am sorry to hear that, but the stars did indicate much time and patience was required to effect change.
But this day, I am come about my skin. She's so clapped, I need twice as much ceruse as normal.
Ah, yes, Venetian ceruse, the white lead and vinegar paste ladies and players use to whiten their faces.
You have to fix it for me, Doctor, for my role in Mr. Shakespeare's new play. I'm to play a lady who disguises herself as a lawyer.
A lady cunningly disguised as a lawyer? Forsooth, how original. But I see not why you need worry over your complexion. Having a sound grasp of Latin and a talent for eloquence are the usual qualifications of a legal advocate, are they not? Is it verily necessary for this lawyer to have beauty as well?
Well, Mr. Burbage seems to think so.
These are enlightened times, and we must have confidence in our audience that they will accept, even welcome, the notion of a lady of learning, as long as she be lovely enough to lie with.
I see. And 'tis true your skin is looking a little less than lovely at present. Let us see if we may find a remedy for it in the stars. What is the matter with Humphrey Bell's face, and what may be done to improve its appearance?
Skincare. Oh, sì. Andiamo.
You have the melancholy. 'Twould explain the greyness of your skin.
But what about all these scabs, though?
You are imagining them, Mr. Bell. Melancholy does also provoke fancies of the mind.
But it's not just me seeing them, though, innit? Even Bossman says I look clapped. He says if my face ain't fixed, he'll give my part to another player.
Well, doubtless you are imagining that as well. I do oft find that my lady querents have a tendency...
Guarda che ci molla.
What for, though? I ain't no lady. I'm a man. I'll tell you true, 'tis no when she's imagining or nothing. My face is not lovely enough. I feel sorry, Dr. Foreman, but me thinks I best go see a doctor who can fix up my skin, lest I lose my lady lawyer part, innit?
Mi piace che nonostante questo comunque tornerà. È incazzatissimo, non gli abbiamo minimamente risolto il problema, ma tornerà. Non fa una grinza.
Mr. Foreman, doubtless I need not explain why you have been brought before the College of Physicians this day. We have been informed that you persist in practicing medicine without a license, in defiance of the law and in spite of previous warnings given you by myself and my distinguished colleagues. How do you answer this charge?
Fate finire il
What do
gioco.
you have to say for yourself, Sirrah?
I say, I say that I am a good doctor, and that my many years of experience have allowed me to perfect my methods as a true physician.
You would dare speak of your methods, Mr. Foreman? We are informed that you write your patients' names and complaints in a notebook, doubtless all the better to blackmail them with.
Ah, yes, my case books. Indeed, sir, 'tis most useful to be able to remember a querent's history.
Furthermore, you use astrological readings not simply to predict the course of an illness or judge the best time for a treatment, as good medicine teaches us, but you find the cause of the disease in the stars. You refuse to examine your patient's urine for this purpose.
Well, yes, for...
And you would dare claim that in these past years you have gained medical knowledge and skill from mere experience? Then I invite you to provide proof of it now. You will submit to an examination.
Allora, me lo dà proprio come guida per Astrologaster. Ah, aspetta, allora cosa sono per le meccaniche giuste? Cioè, per le risposte giuste. Vabbè, vaffanculo. Dai, su. Allora, deve... Ok. Allora vaffanculo, le ho sbagliate tutte le altre.
Silence! Simon Foreman, it is clear to me the answers you have just given were not your own, and that they were provided to you this day by some unnatural means. Such foul trickery and dark magic will not be tolerated within these walls. Remove this charlatan, this carnival quack from my sight.
What, again? I demand to speak with
Allora
my legal counsel.
vaffanculo.
You will regret this!
Love Dyer. Chi cazzo è Love Dyer? Avevamo una Dyer. No, chi è? Emma Dyer, non lo so chi è. Grazie. Che cazzo, ma sto nemmeno facendo le tutte giuste. Non lo so. Cioè, capito, se facendo le tutto giusto ottengo lo stesso risultato che Cannalle. Che cazzo mi impegna a fare?
Well met, Alice, dear friend. Since your husband's death, I have oft thought of you. Fare you well?
Oh, Foreman, I am sorry for not coming to see you sooner, for I was grateful for your warning about Blag's illness. It gave me the sense to bide with him in his final hours. It was only then that I did realize how much I did love the old fool, despite his mump-headed nature and his leaving me and the children with not a penny between us. But the day after he passed, I came upon a note he had writ for me. I warrant that was your idea, was it, Foreman?
It may have been.
Then I thank ye for it, Simon.
Oh.
It was a comfort to be left something to remember him by, even if it be the only thing he did leave me. But things are better since I did become Mistress Macy.
Aspetta un
Then
attimo.
you have remarried?
Taci. Non me l'ha ancora dato.
'Twas the only means of putting a roof over our heads and meat in our bellies. And Mr. Macy is a kind man. Oh, but Foreman, we may not have our roof much longer. Macy has threatened to leave me.
Aspetta un attimo.
The brute!
Ok.
Well, to be fair,
Ho dovuto
I suppose I
sincronizzarlo.
failed to apprise him of the full extent of Blag's debts, which are, as you know, not inconsiderable. But what am I to do about it now?
Ah, yes, of course. By marrying you, he is now responsible for the debts of your late husband, according to the law. In sooth, 'tis a high price to pay for a wife. No matter the marital bliss, her bountiful charms and fine qualities do doubtless afford him.
Ah, save it for another day, Foreman. 'Tis not your chub-brained flattery I am come for. 'Tis your counsel.
Then let us see if the stars may offer a solution. How may Alice Macy prevent her husband petitioning for a divorce?
Allora. No. Ma ancora finisco di leggere, dai.
Alas, you have little hope of calming your new husband's feelings about your late husband's debts.
Ho già detto troppe minchiate.
The stars suggest that your family might go abroad, and thus put yourself out of the reach of Blag's creditors. You must do this without delay.
Go abroad? You mean where foreigners live?
Aye, my chart also suggests that you find some creative solution to ensure your husband's cooperation in such a project. Has he ever expressed an interest in the New World colonies? Or perchance you might suggest an extended tour of Roman antiquities?
Nay, but I will put my mind to it. But if we do go abroad, this is doubtless the last time I shall ever see you, Foreman.
Oh, coito post consulta. Bene, lettera di raccomandazioni. Abbiamo ricevute 3. Vabbè, ma...
Hear ye! Nation mourns death of beloved Queen. King James of Scotland tipped to succeed to the English throne. Hear ye!
È morta. Va bene. Siamo a 0 con lui. Grande. Ed è il suo quarto caso.
Good day, Mr. Bell. Oh, I must congratulate you on your performance of the comely lady lawyer in The Merchant of Venice. And methinks your skin is much improved. 'Tis verily glowing.
Ain't it? My skin ain't recovered though. 'Tis only glowing on account of this powder made from ground up pearls I started using.
I see. Forsooth, 'tis well to hear the troubles with your skin are resolved. Now, what is it you come for this day?
Mr. Shakespeare has written a new play, and I need to look younger if I'm to get a good part in it. 'Tis about an ancient Roman general called Titus Andronicus. I wish to play the role of his comely mother, the Lady Tamara.
You need to look younger in order to play a man's mother, you say. But according to my casebook, why, sir, you are not yet 25 years of age.
Aye, sir, indeed. 'Tis but the business of playing, though, innit? At least, according to Mr. Burbage, he was well vexed when I pointed out how the man playing Titus is near as old as I am.
If the stage is not to your liking, Mr. Bell, I invite you to seek employment elsewhere.
All right, then. Let us see what the stars advise. What can be done to make my querent Humphrey Bell appear younger?
Te l'ho detto, skincare. Gesù. Ok, oppure... oppure... Mi sta sul cazzo, consigliamo l'imminchiato. Sta sul cazzo tutti, cioè, non c'è un personaggio che onestamente ha pezzi.
Therefore, we need to give you the appearance of having an abundance of blood. In your cheeks and lips, for instance.
So how do I do that?
With insects.
You what?
One moment while I fetch a pot of them from my cabinet. Now, these are what are called cochineal beetles. Do not be afeared, for they are dead. They have been shipped here from the New World. You must crush a handful of these creatures into a powder, mix it with water, and then apply it to your cheeks and lips.
Beetlejuice on my face? I
Non
won't
dirlo
lie,
3
that
volte.
sounds mad. I'll give it a try though.
Bene. 10, quindi non era quella giusta. Tornerà. È l'ultima? Sì, è l'ultima. Servivano 8 lettere per la licenza, ma non credo ci arriveremo. Ma non credo. Oh.
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I do you, sir?
Oh, Dr. Foreman, I have urgent need of your advice. Oh, woe! I know not what I am to do.
On my word, madam, I have never before seen you in such a state. Pray tell, whatever can the matter be?
'Tis my husband, Captain Fortescue. God mend me! He has been implicated in a conspiracy to commit treason.
Ah, yes, your husband, Captain Henry Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh, is he not? Oh, methinks I see your problem. For Raleigh has been implicated in a plot against our new king, has he not? 'Tis said the plotters wished to oust the king and install the king's cousin on the throne. Or was Raleigh involved in that other plot? The one to kidnap the king and force him to appoint a more religiously tolerant privy council. In truth, there are so many plots against the English throne these days, 'tis hard to keep abreast of them all.
Indeed, I know not which plot Sir Walter was arrested for, but I have heard tell that the Privy Council seeks to find conspirators amongst his associates. Hence I have been hiding my husband in our cellar and pretending he's still away at sea.
But why would your husband fear arrest? Was he involved in Sir Walter Raleigh's plot?
Nay, he was not. But all London believes that he and Sir Walter are very great friends.
Ah, yes.
Se lo buttano in culo, dai.
But what
È
of
inutile
your own
girarci
friends,
intorno.
Mistress Fortescue? All those lords, ladies, and bishops who have so oft graced your table, would they not speak in your husband's defence?
Well, dear Emma says she will speak for my husband, but alas, she now has little influence at court on account of some scandals of her own. As for my other acquaintances, they have all disowned me. They decline my invitations, and no one is at home to me when I call upon them. Even Sir Munchalot has stopped speaking to me.
Even your parrot, madam? On my word, that is very cold.
I beseech you, sir, read the stars and tell me how I might save my husband from arrest. Pray assure me he will be safe.
Let us see, then. Is Captain Henry Fortescue in danger of being arrested for treason? If so, what might Mistress Fortescue do to prevent it?
Eccessivo. No. Ma sì, dai.
Be not so afeard, madam, for the stars show cause for optimism. Whilst your family's situation is grave at present, it will not remain so for long.
Oh, my days, Dr. Foreman! You cannot imagine how well it is to hear your words.
Indeed, given enough time, this plot against the king will be remembered as but a trifling affair. Even King James himself will soon be jesting of it. He will remark, "Remember you the time Sir Walter Raleigh and his friends tried to snatch away my crown and give it to my cousin? Such japes!"
Dr. Foreman, I do not think that can be right.
I assure you it is, madam, for the king will soon be engaging England in a bloody foreign war so all-consuming that mere domestic political machinations will seem trifling in comparison.
On my honour, I truly do wish I could believe what you say, but 'tis well known that King James favours peace and does not intend to engage England in more wars.
Ah, verily?
Yes, verily. Such matters of state have oft been discussed at my table. I must own, Dr. Foreman, that your false assurances do give me no comfort. No comfort at all, Dr. Foreman. Methinks I shall to Whitehall go and throw myself upon the mercy of the king.
Io che cazzo potevo saperne? Non lo so. Oh, ma sono sempre più lunghe. Porca troia, sono sempre più lunghe. Basta. Tu quante cazzo basta? Quante altre puttanate ti devo dire per far sì che tu vada via? Manca una di Lancillotto, una di quell'altra stronza leghista, poi un altro suo, altri due della buona Emma. Gesù. Gesù. Prossima parte curiamo sto stronzo dall'ennesimo problema.